In the 1960s, Soviet scientists were facing a problem. Their cosmonauts were getting sick in space. Their Olympic athletes needed an edge. Their factory workers were burning out. And deep in the forests of Siberia, they found it. It wasn't a pharmaceutical. It wasn't something made in a lab. It was a thorny, unassuming shrub that had been growing wild across the Siberian taiga for thousands of years. It would go on to be known as the king adaptogen. Today we're talking about Eleuthero, also known as a Siberian Ginseng, one of the most researched and versatile adaptogenic herbs in the world. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why. Eleuthero Eleutherocus senicosus is a hardy shrub that grows across Siberia and northern Asia in harsh, unforgiving environments. And that resilience is exactly what it passes on to us. Now, despite being called Siberian ginseng for decades, Eleuthero is not true ginseng. True ginseng belongs to the Panax genus. Eleuthero is a completely different plant with similar effects, but different chemistry. Both the root and the leaf are used medicinally. The root builds long-term endurance and resilience. The leaf is more stimulating, supporting mental and physical performance. And when you combine them, you get a more complete effect. Eleuthero has been used for over 2,000 years. In traditional Chinese medicine, it was used for colds and flu, fatigue, and long-term vitality. In Siberia, indigenous populations relied on it to survive brutal winters, improving stamina, immunity, and overall resilience. But its modern reputation began in the late 1950s. Soviet scientists started studying it intensely. By 1964, it had been officially recognized as an adaptogen and was actively used by athletes, cosmonauts, and workers under extreme stress. In Ayurveda, Eleuthero is considered pungent and sweet, with a heating energy. It warms and activates the body. It tends to reduce vata and kapha, but can increase pitta in excess. So it's especially helpful for people who feel cold and depleted. But if you already feel wired or overheated, then you need to start with a lower dose. This helps explain why it's considered one of the more stimulating adaptogens. It doesn't sedate, it builds. So what actually makes Eleuthero work? Its key compounds, called eleutherosides, are responsible for its anti-stress and performance-enhancing effects. Eleutherosides B and E are the most studied. These are different from the compounds found in true ginseng, but produce similar effects. The root builds physical endurance, while the leaf plays a role in mental stimulation and blood sugar balance. Eleuthero works through your body's stress response system, the HPA axis. The system controls how you respond to stress. And what makes Eleuthero unique is this: it doesn't just stimulate you, it normalizes you. If you're run down, it helps bring you back up. If you're overstressed, it helps stabilize you. It also supports balanced cortisol, immune function, and overall resilience. It brings you back to center. It doesn't force the body, it helps it adapt. Eleuthero helps you stay sharp, especially under stress. It can improve focus, reduce mental fatigue, and help you make fewer mistakes when you're exhausted. In workplace studies, people taking Eleuthero literally performed better under pressure. This is where it really stands out. Eleuthero improves stamina, recovery, and long-lasting energy. Not a quick spike, but more like sustained performance over time. It helps regulate your immune system, not just boosting it, but balancing it, which makes it useful for preventing illness, recovering faster, and staying resilient under stress. After the Chernobyl disaster, Eleuthero was used to support people exposed to radiation. Research showed it helped protect the body and improve recovery under extreme conditions. Especially when the leaf is included in the dose, Eleuthero helps regulate blood sugar and insulin response, supporting long-term metabolic health. Eleuthero is one of the most versatile adaptogens available. It's especially useful if you are mentally burnt out or physically exhausted. It's a strong fit for professionals, athletes, and anyone trying to perform consistently at a high level. Whether you choose a liquid extract or capsules, look for a formula that includes both the root and the leaf, because it's slightly stimulating. Take it in the morning or early afternoon. It's also commonly cycled, so check the guide in the description for the full protocol. It also stacks well with rhodiola rosea for performance, ashwagandha for balance, and reishi for immune support. Eleuthero has a strong safety profile and is generally well tolerated. That said, higher doses can cause restlessness. If you're already wired, start low. And if you're on medication, it's always best to check with a professional. 2,000 years of traditional use, decades of scientific study, tested in some of the harshest conditions imaginable. Eleuthero has consistently delivered. It normalizes, it protects, it builds resilience. Because in a world that constantly pushes you to your limit, Eleuthero doesn't just help you push harder. It helps you adapt. If you want to go deeper, we've put together a full Eleuthero guide. Link is in the description. Subscribe for more. This is Creatures Botanical.